let's have a look at how we monitor clients' results in React 2. Well, from our homepage, we can see latest client activity. And here we can see an overview of what they've just done. We can see here that John has done some sessions on the 24th of January at 11:03 and at 11:15. And we could click into that and go straight to that particular session to see how John got on. We can also see on the left here our most active clients and get into John's page that way as well if we want to. So let's do that, and we'll go into John's page here. Immediately we see John's latest activity. And this is a session that he's done on the 24th of January. We can see that he's attempted 4 questions. He spent 30 seconds in total in this particular session, so quite a short session. And he got 3 correct on the first attempt, so he scored 75%. His average time in gaining the correct scores was 4 seconds. You didn't get anything right second time, so you got 3 right first time, 1 incorrect. So he got 25% incorrect completely, and he took 6 seconds to make that incorrect answer. You can also see here that he's not attempted 26 within the particular set that he was working through. Now, on any page within the React 2 results, when logged in as a therapist, you have an export feature, so you can export any page which you're looking at. So this particular page, if we click export, we'll see that John's session of this particular date and time has been downloaded to our computer or to our phone if we're on our phone as an Excel file, a spreadsheet which you could look at that's been formatted and you could do additional work with. So in addition to this, we can also look at John's overall activity. If we click on the activity tab at the top here, we'll see that the client activity in total for John is that he's attempted 116 questions, and that's been a total time of 22 minutes and 26 seconds. And there we can see his other results, and that he hasn't attempted 509 of them that were in those particular sets that he was doing. Further down the page, we can look at the log in total, and the log is the log of all the sessions that John has done. And we could jump straight into any one of those that we wanted to. Let's look at this one on the 20th of January. It takes us in and it shows us what John worked on that particular session. What we can see here is the overall, again, the review of the session at the top, and then each individual task which John went through. On the left-hand side here, you can see there is a trend arrow. Now, if it's flat, then it's the same as last time, or perhaps the first time he's tried it. If it's down the way, then he's got slightly worse than the previous session on that particular task. And if it's up, obviously he's improved from the particular task. So let's look at that one. Understanding intonation, how do you feel? This gives us more information then about what John has done in that particular task in the past. So if we click on that, it now shows us in a previous session he only attempted 1 question, and he's attempted more of them. He's improving. He's got more correct as well, so that's good for John. So now let's see here. We could actually navigate back through the particular subsections that this was in to see how he's done over time. So let's see here in pragmatics. He's done a total of just 1 minute and 42 seconds in this demo, and he's got 83.3% correct, 16.7% second time, and none incorrect, which is good. Let's click export there. We could take that particular section, pragmatics, and we've now got a spreadsheet of outcome measurements that we can further analyze. If we go back up to the top level of John's activity, we have another way of going through, not just through the log of individual sessions. We can go through by section of React 2. Now this shows us that he's done differing lengths of exercises within each section. He's done the most in auditory processing. You can see here 8 minutes and 29, and then life skills is his second most exercises he's spent time on, and then down to only 30 seconds or 14 seconds in visual processing. And you can roll over these bars here, and it shows you what some of the scores and times as well there. So we could go into, say, auditory processing. It shows us the further breakdown by subsection of auditory processing, of which there's 4 sections. John has done work, and we can then go further into that if we wanted to. So let's see how he's doing on his words, and we can see what he's done on individual words. We can also then, of course, export that as well if we wanted to as a spreadsheet. So we've got really good level of either granular analysis, or we could go up to, say, the auditory processing section in total and export all of that. Of course, if you go right to the top level, you can export everything John's done at the top level as well. So it's really a lot of different ways in which you can measure the outcomes from John's work. And that's a great overview for you of how you actually manage and analyze the results of your clients within React2Pro.